Hello and welcome to this week's episode. Today we are in Kiambu Road where we are touring this magnificent 5-bedroom house that is going for 85 million Kenyan shilling. The house is located within a gated community that has a police station inside, so you are assured of your security. There's also an 11-a-side football pitch, so your kids will have a great time. Walk with me so that you can see what this house has to offer. Follow me. Let's begin our show, and behind me is the automated gate, and next to it is a staff quarters, a storage area, and an outdoor bathroom. And the driveway continues all the way to what is actually the entry point to your property. So follow me, Willis, so that you can see this. And as we walk, you can see the pawpaws, and I've been told there's some oranges on that side, and we even saw some apples, right?
Yeah.
And welcome to this huge motor court.
And I think the good thing about these plants is they start producing fruits when they're still young.
Oh yeah, when they're so tiny.
Yeah.
Like this one is really pregnant with all these fruits.
Yeah, all these
and before I forget, Willis, where we are studying, there's a water tank with a storage of about 50,000 liters, which is a lot, yeah?
That's a lot for one house.
For one house.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So you have more than enough water storage, and here you have your carport that can, cover 2 cars, and you can do 6-7 cars here comfortably.
Yeah.
And again, from this angle, we can see the house facade. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And this is the beauty about this house, because we're actually at the back,
yeah,
but this is actually your front.
Yeah, the back is actually the front.
Yeah. But if you go to the other side, it can still pass as the front.
Yeah.
I like this cladding that is so neatly done.
Yeah.
And also the lighting fixture. And on this side, we have a laundry area, another staff quarter, and a guest bedroom that you can access from outside. So follow me inside so that you can see what the house has to offer. And this door is open, but I want to pull it so that guys can see. First of all, this area is well covered. The door, it's all solid mahogany, and you're going to see a lot of woodwork in this house. So follow me inside. Like I said, a lot of woodwork, so the floor is all wooden, as you can see. And welcome to your grand foyer, which is really huge. And there's this huge chandelier that Willis is very much in love with.
Yeah, I think there's a house we checked in Karen.
Yeah.
And it had almost the same layout at the foyer.
Yeah.
And I mentioned that I should have something like a chandelier like this one. And this specifically went with that chandelier that I was thinking about.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
And there's a window there bringing in tons of natural lighting.
Yes.
And again, your staircase, wood and steel. And we are going to see that area later on. And this area opens up to your what I'll call the great room, or some will call the living room. And I like the simplicity in this room.
Yeah.
So the ceiling is gypsum, but notice how it's so,
subtle.
Yeah. This is really well done. And the lighting fixture again is also subtle, but you can notice it.
Yep.
And there's a fireplace on this side. So we're in Kiambu County, and Kiambu gets a little bit cold. So it's good to have a fireplace in your house. Yeah? Mm-hmm. And again, the cladding that we saw outside, they brought it inside. Willis.
Yes.
Yeah, I have noticed one of the things that I love with this house. They have kept the TVs at the bare minimum.
Exactly. only the family room has a
TV.
Yeah.
Every other space, though you have that provision, it's not really there.
Yeah.
And again, you have the wall sconces there, a lot of lighting coming in from the windows, and also like this separation that this fixture that creates privacy between this area and that lounge. And we're going to see it later on. And look at the lighting.
Downlighters from there.
Yeah, really well lit. And can we take a minute to appreciate the wooden floors?
The craftsmanship of the wooden floor. Amazing. Like we just walked in and that's the first thing I noticed.
Exactly. and even the framing on the doors, it's really beautiful and neatly done.
Yes.
On this side we have one bedroom. It's a 5-bedroom, remember, so one of the bedrooms is here. All bedrooms are in suite, and one thing I like is this in wardrobes, especially the matte finish.
Yeah,
it's really beautiful, and wow, I like the choice they went with. A big window there to bring in terms of natural lighting, and there's a bathroom here. Again, I should say that the owner of this house stays in this house, so you're going to see that well, it's not a staged house.
It's
actually
practically in use.
Yeah, this is how they live. So there's bags, there's hard bags and everything. You're going to see that a lot. So on this other side, as I had mentioned, is a small lounge space. I'm in love with this space. I think if I was to stay in this house, this would be my favorite area. And again, I like the simple furnitures that they went with. Here there's a TV. And
I like the fact that it's sunken, and also the living room is also sunken.
Oh yeah. I don't know, I forgot to mention that both of them are sunken. And there's still space. So it doesn't feel like compressed in any way.
True.
Yeah. And going forward is your outdoor garden space. And even before we go that, we have this covered area that forms sort of a pagoda. And there's even a fireplace on that side. So again, we're in Kiambu County, and if you want to use this space at night, it makes sense to have a fireplace, right? So having this fireplace is such an added advantage, and it's one of the things I noticed when we walked in, and it is one of my favorite parts about this house.
And like mzee of the house likes to say, unaweza kula kitu yako as you're chilling
here and watching who is coming into your property. And again, you have this pagoda, as he was telling us, you can hang flowers here. And can you imagine how it would look with those dripping flowers?
I think that's a very decent idea.
It is for sure. And moving on to her Willis is another favorite part of this house, which is the grounds. And it is very well manicured, Willis. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we have seen better manicured gardens than this one.
I don't think we have seen any. Even in Zanzibar, it wasn't well manicured as this one.
And that was a $12 million house. So this is not even a $1 million house. But look at that. And it feels like I'm going to remove my shoes so that people can understand.
I don't have my shoes on, so I know how it feels.
You know how, So this feels like a carpet.
Actually, I think if I was to, I would fit a pool there. You see, like at the end of it.
A lap pool would be a very good addition here.
Exactly.
And then you have your grounds to just walk on and enjoy yourself. And the sun is on my face, so I'm imagining in the evenings, the sun will be hitting the pool. And again, the fruits we talked about, you can see there's so many of them all around the house.
All around the garden.
Even apples. There's an apple that I'm going to eat there. House is beautiful.
The face of the house from the back and the front, like they all look nice.
It is unbelievable that this house is going for 85 million Kenya shilling. Follow me inside so that we can check out the rest of the spaces. And here again, I like this covered area. If I was to live in this house, I'll probably do a pagoda extended there so that we can chill with drinks as we swim. And welcome to your dining area. And again, this area is spacious, and my goodness. I have to say that when I saw the outdoor photo of this house, I did not expect to find as much as I have found. But now I'm overwhelmed, to say the least.
And I like how they marry, like from the living room to the lounge to the dining room.
I think what you're trying to say that it encourages that open living, that you can have conversations with people in the dining where you're still in the living room. And even when you're in the lounge space, you can still have conversations with people who are in the dining. So that's a good space, good use of space. And on this side, we have a door that leads to the powder room. We haven't checked this area out. There's a sink there, a vanity setup, and like I said, this house is being used by the owner. So, you're going to see the house in its actual form.
As if you are living in.
And this is a powder room. Again, very spacious. They went with a wooden floor. And I guess this is one of the few powder rooms that I have seen with a wooden floor. But it makes sense because it's not a bathroom.
Yeah, it's not a bathroom.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it won't get wet easily.
Yeah. And welcome to the kitchen space. Again, this is an open kitchen. So when you're here, you can still have conversations with people in the dining area. And it has an island that is functional because of this sink.
Yeah.
For those people who might not know, we were told that this sink is used to wash your vegetables when you're cooking or your fruits.
Yeah.
And again, we have your space for your cooker, a 6 burner for that matter. There's a hood smoke extractor there, and your counters are well done. I feel like there's enough space. I love the choices of colors that they went with. And that is your space for your fridge. And again, I keep forgetting to talk about the lighting in this house, but the lighting fixtures are really cool, like that lighting fixture where you have a section where you can put a bar.
Oh yes, the breakfast bar.
Yeah, you can have a breakfast bar here. Look at the lighting, guys. It's really nice.
It's nice.
And the wooden framing, again, the lighting, this truck
lights,
lighting, it's really nice. And on this side, you have a double sink. So guys, I haven't forgotten double sinks, so this is a good addition, and I like that they went to the double sink setup. And on this side, you have a pantry. And there are so many avocados. I'm going to borrow avocados here. You have so many avocados.
Yeah, it's only right to go home with one or two.
Yes, you have to. And here again, you have a door that leads to your backyard. And this is the guest bedroom that we were talking about earlier on. This guest bedroom can be accessed without coming through the house. So you can actually cross off this area like that. Lock it, and your guest will just use this door. So this is good for privacy, especially if you're hosting parents. You're hosting someone who you still want to give them some, privacy. Again, here, as we have been saying, you should not be putting gas cylinders inside the house. So this is good, and this area opens up to your front yard. I
really wish they never built a separation for that. They would have it open.
It's one of the things I noticed when I walked in, and I hope the person who is going to buy this magnificent home is actually going to do away with this. And whereas maybe this is the point where I should say, if you notice, and I hope you can show this to our viewers, this wall is huge.
It is very high,
because this was a very slanted plot. But the owner sort of tried to level it. That is why you have those grounds in that.
It's amazing.
So you can imagine the kind of work he
in
has
landscaping.
done. To achieve that. Sometimes people will ask why is he selling that property at that price? But if you are to come and buy into this property back then, this
would have been a lot of work.
It would have been a lot of work. So you have to recognize and appreciate the work that has been done. And this is all the testimony you need. Like the size of this wall should tell you the kind of work that has been done there. Again, this area proceeds to your laundry area that I had mentioned about, and the staff quarters, and this leads to your motor court. And one thing I just noticed, Willis, there's another fireplace here, because what's better than one?
99.
So we have lots of fireplaces in this house. You can boil
I think maybe
cereals at this point.
I think maybe they should have, those pizza oven that is
that would be a good addition.
That would be a good addition.
I hope the person who buys this house is as creative as
as I am.
And you can even do barbecues. In fact, there's you have that barbecuing thing that we didn't have on Sunday, so we ended up buying the nyama choma that we had.
The only problem is we don't have a grill. Donate grills.
Donate grills. Please send them peso. So this is an area that you can do the pizza oven, barbecues. It's a good addition. So let's go back into the house so that we can check out the second floor. Back to the lovely foyer. So the sun is hitting us really nice. And let's take the stairs so that we can check out what the second floor has to offer. So these stairs, one thing, they're very wide. So even moving things is easy. And I like the woodwork again. I don't know how many times I've said woodwork. We saw this window in a house in Karen. And we had a big fight, not a fight really, but we really had a big fight with the developer because it was badly done.
Yes.
And that house was expensive. But look at this. It runs all the way down, and the provision for even your curtain is so neat. You can tell that these people are not second guessing what they were doing. They actually knew what they were doing.
Exactly.
Like they fitted in the grills and there was still space for the curtains. And the woodwork again. I have to move this for guys to see.
That's amazing.
I know some people take things for granted, and as Willis was saying earlier, a lot of times people have the idea, but the execution is poor.
Yeah.
But the execution in this house is
It's
really
well
good.
executed.
And this is also why I give it to the developer, because these paints are not your ordinary 3mm.
Yeah.
They're 6mm.
6mm, yeah.
As you take the stairs, you notice this woodwork partitioning that creates privacy. And again, from your landing, you walk straight into your living room. And before I talk about the living room, let me talk about this part, because you get to appreciate the foyer and the double ceiling height.
Yeah.
And that makes it possible for you to have such a huge chandelier. On our last video, someone was happy that we did a short video.
Yeah.
But as I told them, it's because that house had nothing to talk about. This house has a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
And therefore, I'll bear with us. Yeah. Welcome to the living room. They went with these recliners. As we learned from a Zanzibar tour, they're very comfortable.
Yeah, they're very
watching
comfortable.
TV, yeah?
I never used to be a fan of recliners.
Me too. I
but
never
yeah.
used to be a fan of recliners until we bumped on the Zanzibar ones.
Yeah.
And again, from here you can enjoy your TV, and you have this cladding that I believe covers, that your chimney.
I think that's the chimney from the living room.
From
all
the
way.
living room. Yeah. And here they have a table where maybe the kids can use to do group studies. Yeah. So we have seen a couple of them here. So
yeah,
they
really value education.
The education.
Yeah.
And really so mesmerized by this.
Yeah, it is a really nice piece. Yeah. I think it's the ball around it.
Look at the shadow it's casting on the ceiling.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So at night that will really look nice.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel bad that I'm wearing shoes, because I would want to step on these floors.
The floors.
They're really nice.
This time you have to be envious of me. I don't have shoes on.
I know. And behind Willis is a very big balcony. And this is a very nice space where you can chill out in the evenings and have a good time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, extends all the way to that side, and wow, spacious enough.
Yeah. And I think that's the pergola you were talking about.
That's the pergola that I was talking about when we were at the downstairs.
Yeah.
And one thing I've noticed, these locks, really. I don't know whether you can get a shot of this later on.
Yeah.
But the locks has like a four locking system.
Yeah.
And, yeah. I noticed as we were opening these doors, and the doors this is heavy duty steel, so good enough.
Yeah. Good luck to anyone trying to break through that.
Oh my goodness. That is why I mentioned that inside this place there's a police post.
Oh yes, there's a police post.
There's a police post in this
inside the estate. Yeah.
So the security is superb.
Yeah.
So on this side you have a shoe rack that Ray was impressed with. That he was like, oh, who did this for you?
This was good woodwork, like you wouldn't think that that's a shoe rack.
And it blends with the floors.
Yeah. And the door as well.
This door opens to a storage area. So this is where they have their solar connection. Should also mention that this house, the water is fully heated by solar. Yeah. And on this other side, we have a bedroom that is facing your gate side, and it's fully ensuite. There's a bathroom there, and again has a balcony. We actually saw this balcony when we were outside. So there you go, very spacious.
Yeah, and it overlooks your ground. So if you had a pool, that would be
just looking at people swim, taking a swim. Yeah. So that's a lovely. It's a lovely house.
It is.
And the wardrobe's actually big. I don't know whether I mentioned the size. And this is the bathroom that I was talking about. And let's proceed and check out the other bedroom quickly. So for those counting, this is bedroom number
3.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Including the guest bedroom.
Oh, including the guest.
Yeah. So there you have it. A lot of natural light coming in. Yeah, that's because the sun is on our back.
Yeah.
And here is the bathroom space. Again, even this bathroom gets a lot of natural lighting. It's a nice space, and the vanities are also really cool.
Yeah.
So
do you reckon that they should have done a door there so that this bedroom can use that as a balcony?
that would have been nice.
Yeah.
Actually, because it would connect with that courtyard that you're going to.
Yeah.
But well, you can do the addition yourself.
Yourself, yeah?
Yeah. So on this side,
when you own this house, like, you can do anything with it.
as Willis was mentioning, you have this rooftop space.
Yeah, it's a terrace, yeah?
Yeah, this terrace that stands on your staff quarters and the guest bedroom, yeah? And it's very spacious. It's big, wraps all the way to that other side.
Yeah.
They have a sink provision here, and well, they even have sockets, so the barbecues will be lit here.
Yeah, the
Oh my
sherehe will
goodness, sherehe will sherehe.
Yeah.
This is all we had chilled on Sunday.
Yeah,
As,
and one thing I want to mention is that you can see your huge entrance porch from here.
Yeah.
And it actually looks very beautiful, especially with those lights on.
I like how it have cantilevered.
Yeah.
And gives you that, it's hard to accept that this is not a flat roof house.
Yeah, it's very hard to accept, you know?
It
It's a
looks
low
like a
pitched,
flat
yeah?
roof.
It's a low pitched. They
But
really hit the...
But instead, and I'm sorry to make this comparison,
Yeah.
but I prefer this kind of hidden roofing
yeah.
rather than have that.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
You decided to feature the neighbor as well in
If
the
you're
channel.
watching this show, I mean, no offense, man. I'm sorry. So another thing that I've just noticed, the lightings in this place,
Yeah.
the compound, yeah?
Yeah.
I did not talk about that earlier on.
Yeah.
But all these are solar powered lighting.
Yeah, they're
In
all
the whole
solar powered.
compound. Yeah. And you have neighbors who keep cows, so that they told us that is where they buy their fresh
Yeah,
milk.
they actually get some milk from there, you know?
This is what I like about Kiambu. It's like
Yeah.
you're so close to, town, but you're also in Shags.
Yeah.
So if you're about that vibe,
Yeah,
this,
Shag's living in town.
this is your place to be. Yeah. And the owner of this house has been so gracious to allow us to see the primary bedroom.
Yeah.
So follow me, guys. The primary bedroom occupies this wing of the house, and I like that it gets all this wing. And wow, look at your primary bedroom space.
It's very big.
It makes this bed look so
Very small, and it's a big bed.
It's a big bed,
Yeah.
but it looks so small. I like the windows on both sides, and that door that leads to your balcony space. We saw this balcony when you were at the family room. So welcome to the balcony space. This is the pergola that we saw when you're on the grounds.
Yep.
And it's front facing, so you get to enjoy and see who is coming into your house,
Yeah.
You get a good view of your house.
One thing you didn't notice, and I know you're a fan of,
Yeah.
it's you see the curtain box.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. And if I make this comparison, allow me, guys. So you remember the house we visited a few weeks ago in Kiambu Road?
Yeah.
That we did a small short video. That you couldn't move the curtains.
Yeah.
But since this is a very spacious curtain box, you can move your net, your
curtains, freely.
Yeah, freely.
Yeah.
So I like this, and that's a good point to note. Yeah.
Yeah.
So welcome to the closet space. Again, you get natural lighting coming in, and that for me, this is always a big advantage if you can get natural lighting into your dressing area, because it means you can clearly see how you're going to look when you're out there.
Yeah.
And they have a big dressing mirror and table here. Again, I feel like this is an area that you can tailor make to your own taste.
Yeah.
You can even do a small island here if you wanted to just store your jewelry and watches and so on.
Yeah, and there's also a mirror there, like
And
a
there's
full
a
mirror.
here. So this is what you would call a walk-in closet, guys. Yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect walk-in closet.
Yep.
And here is the primary bedroom bathroom, and it's very good size. And I have to give it because of all the natural lighting that is coming in. I can say that this house is only 1 year, not even 1 year old. A few months, 9 months old.
Yeah,
it's 9 months old, and you can still see that it's pristine, it's in good condition, despite the fact that there are people living in it. So it's a good house, and you have your cubicle shower there, and your water closet. There's a double vanity here, and here you have your tub that has all these jets. Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, really cool. Really
I
cool.
wish I could get inside it, but let's respect the owners. And I love how these windows don't go all the way down. I like it, but they bring in tons of natural lighting. I think it's where the house is located, so it's getting the sun is hitting it from all angles.
In terms of windows placement and how the house correlates to the sun, they really did a good job.
Yeah, you can see that there was good thought and there was also good execution.
Yeah.
And with that, I would like to say that we are honored to have toured this house. And listen, can you feel the breeze?
Yeah, I can feel the breeze coming in.
Man, it's
now
so
imagine
cool.
having both of those doors open.
Yeah, it's so cool. You can actually have this. You can have it opened all the way to that side.
Yeah.
So cool. Kiambu Road has always been one of my favorite places.
Yeah.
I lived here around this area for about 1.5 years, and I know I have to return, especially within this area, because of all these trees. You get a lot of nature, and wow, that's the football pitch, guys.
Yeah.
So if you have kids, they would really enjoy this. It's actually a 11-11 football pitch. I mean, guys, this is a deal for 85 million Kenya shilling. I feel that it's one of the fairest priced houses, especially if you consider. In fact, Willis, I'm sure from the drone shot, they can see how the neighbors' crowd is slanting. So imagine this was slanted more than that, because that is on the upper side. So you can actually get to appreciate the amount of work that has been done here in terms of landscaping, and even the house is really neatly done. And one thing I've always told people, when you buy into a house that it is the developer who is staying in it, you always get a good deal.
Yeah, definitely.
And
I think for me, if I'm looking to get a house, I'll definitely get one that the owner is looking to sell. Yeah, so it's a good deal, and I hope one of our viewers is going to snatch it off the market. So if you're interested, just give Ray a call, and he's going to tell you how you can come see this house. Thank you very much for watching. It's our pleasure to have you, and my name is Mark Mansell. Behind the camera is Willis. See you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.